Hey guys, Captain here, bringing you guys another one of my LEGO Pokemon with instructions videos. The theme for today is going to be legendary Pokemon, and I've got 4 today, I think only one of which I've shown off before. First we've got Latios, which I know I showed off in the Captain's Challenge. Then there's Regirock, which I'm pretty sure I never made a video about. Then Kyogre, biggest one I've made yet, and one of my favorites. And finally, almost as a little bonus, here's Shaymin. So this could be a bit lengthy. I'm not going to ramble much, let's just get started. Alright, Latios is actually pretty simple to make, and it's a little smaller scale than some of the other ones, but, I read up on Pokemon heights and lengths or, whatever, and it's still pretty close enough, but whatever, let's just get started. So at the center, we've got one of these Travis bricks, and take 2 of these kind of like wing, sword, blade type pieces. I don't know what to call them, but I know they had a bunch of them in Ninjago sets. To be perfectly honest, I actually found these on the street one day. Just a little fun fact for you, along with a few other pieces that seem to come from a Ninjago set. But anyway, these should be pretty easy to acquire. Behind him, take 2 blue studs, and then a 1x1 blue brick, and then just stick that here like such. And then for the front, take a 1x1 gray brick, a 1x1 gray cylinder, one of these claw pieces, the horizontal claw piece, and blue stud. Place that on top. And there we've got the main body. For the arms, we want to create this. It's a little bit, not the world's most stable thing, but it works. These kinds of claws are going to go here, like such. I think I've got that bend right, yep. And then take apart a minifig's pair of blue legs, and then pull out some hands, preferably in light gray or dark gray like I've got or something, even blue. And then stick the hands in here, and then place a gray stud on the end of the leg. At some point in time, I know I made a video about using minifigure body parts, that kind of building technique. So if you want, you can check that out. Maybe I'll toss up an annotation or something. And there we go. Latios is complete. Pretty simple then. Alright, next up is Regirock, and while he has a bunch more pieces, he's still pretty easy to make. For the body, take 2 of these types of pieces. I guess they look most like cameras, and preferably in beige, but the coloring for these is actually not quite as important as for some other pieces. Make sure you take a beige slope type piece like this. I don't exactly know how to describe it, but if you've seen part 1, it's the same kind of piece I used for Blastoise's chest. Then take 2 2x1 jumper plates and place them on the sides, like such. And then a 2x2 45-degree slope, like this. And this is going to be the top of his body. On his back side, go and take a 4x2 beige plate and place 3 1x1 cylinders in this kind of orange-brown color, like such. And you can stick that on his back. I don't remember exactly how I had the alignment, but I'm pretty sure this was it. Then for his legs, take a inverse slope 2x2 brick, also 45 degrees. Place one of these little, I don't know, smooth wall type pieces. I don't really know the best description for it. And then for his legs, have 2 1x1 beige cylinders, and then 1x1 beige cones beneath that. And that attaches here. And then finally for the arms, take a 3x2 orange-brown plate and take another one and stick them together like this. Take a beige hinge like this and stick one of these other connectors on here like this. And then finally take a 3x2 beige plate and place it here. And then the arms go on top here with the jumper plate stud going into this bottom stud here. And there's Regirock for you. Alright, next up is Kyogre, and first off, I'm sorry you can't really see all the pieces in the screen area, but there are a lot of them. Also, you'll notice some of the choices I make with pieces that I used to put this together are a bit weird, and it's because I used a lot of blue tile pieces, or rather blue plate pieces, for something else. But anyway, start with one of these white pieces like such. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's pretty distinct if you look at it. And then a blue one of 2 length. I think you can get away with using one of 4 length if you have one. And within it, place blue 2x2 tile like this. And then a 2x3 tile like this. And yeah, then you can place this one here. And on top of here, place a blue 2x2 tile. And here a blue 2x2 tile. You know, if you have a 2x4, obviously that's a little better. On top of here, place one of these pieces in red. And right behind that, place a blue 4x1 plate. And then 2 of these kind of slopes that are the inverse of the thing we have on the bottom. And then 2 1x2 white slopes, 45 degrees. And there you've got the front of Kyogre's head. Behind that, take a blue 2x10 plate and place 2 2x2 blue slopes, 45 degrees right here. And then we want to make these things for its fins. So what we do, take one of these blue pieces, blue kind of slope-shaped plate pieces, and then one of these bumper pieces, the 4x1, and take 2 red grill pieces right here to hold it together, and then 4 1x1 white cones. And then you can just stick that on the end really easily. And that's going to be the next small section of Kyogre. Behind that, we're going to have as our base 2 1x2 45 degree inverse slopes. And then a 2x3 30 degree inverse slope, like such. And on top of that, here's where some of the choices I made get a little bit peculiar. Make this out of blue plates. In my case, it was using 2 of these kind of differently, the corner ones, and then 2 2x1s, and then a 2x2. And this is mostly for stability purposes based on what plates I used here. But basically stick that on top of this is what we need to do. I think it overhangs by 1. I don't remember exactly, since I originally made this a while ago. Yeah, actually it looks like it will. So I'm pretty sure that's how this works out. These are going to have these pieces like such. And these are going to have, well, just the opposite. So there we go, that goes on top of here. And our 30 degree inverse slope is still kind of floating out in space, but don't worry, we'll take care of that. Behind here we want to place... No, my mistake. I think... Okay, I'm going crazy. Yeah, we want to place 2 of these right here. And these are going to be our little other fin things. Just take these brick slopes and place a 2x1 45 degree blue slope here. And then place a 2x2 blue brick. Hold this together with a 2x2 blue plate. And finally, now this all is going to get held together with 2 more blue slopes like that. I don't remember if there was a reason I used those. Oh yeah, there is a reason I used those instead of more of these. Hold this together nicely with... I'm going crazy again. Replace this blue 2x1 tile, 2x2 tile here. I'm very sorry. And blue 2x1 brick here. And then finally for the tail, what we're going to do, I figured out a way to make it look really nice. take one of these long rod staff things for minifigures. I think it's like, I don't know if there's a length for it. I think it's 6. But it's got the little stopper at the end. You'll notice I can't push the flag down anymore. And have it out facing like this. And put another blue flag piece through here. So it kind of sticks in. Stud gets into the stud. And then 2 of these pieces. One so stud goes in, and the other one so stud faces out. And then now take 2 more blue flag pieces, place them within each other, and stick them on here on the other end. You might have to do a little bit of adjustment for centering, but I think it's about right. Yeah, this just barely makes it to the end. Place it in the back, and now the tail looks really nice. And place that there. Sorry for the few screw-ups in my instructions, but that's Kyogre for you. And then finally, Shaymin is really, really simple to make, and actually I kind of made it just on a whim. I saw someone placing flower pieces inside studs, so, you know, like such. This is in fact something you have to do, and when I saw pink flowers I thought it had potential for something like Shaymin. But anyway, like I just did, take 2 2x1 bricks with the holes in them in white, and then place pink flowers in the holes. Place those hanging off the edge of a 3x2 white plate. And then below that, or not below that, but rather next to that, place a 2x2 lime green brick. In my case, I actually just stacked 3 2x2 plates, but I'm pretty sure bricks exist in the same color, so you can use that. Top of that, 2x2 lime green plate like such, to hold it all together, and then another 2x1 on top of here to finish off Shaymin's head, and then just 4 studs on the bottom in the corners of the 3x2 plate to be its little legs. And there's Shaymin for you. So overall, I hope you liked the Pokemon. You know, some of them took a while to make, some of them not quite so long. I noticed that a lot of you, suddenly the first Pokemon instructions video got a lot of views, so I'm assuming it got linked on some forum or somewhere, maybe some website. So welcome new viewers. If someone wants to tell me where you guys are all coming from, that would be awesome. But anyway, I hope you stick around. Hope you like this video. I do have some more Pokemon I have not made videos about. I like to, as you'll notice, I like to kind of follow a theme, so I might try and make 1 or 2 more here to, you know, sort of have a theme, like, oh, you know, 3rd generation or whatever. But anyway, if you like this video, please rate, comment, subscribe, send this to your friends, check out my other ones, and I will see you guys next time.